viewers, welcome to the Bwapp solution session. Today we are going to exploit the vulnerability related to HTML injection reflected post method medium severity. So first log into the application with the default credentials, click on login and we will select a vulnerability HTML injection reflected post, click on hack and we will set the severity level to medium, set, and we'll see whether the request is forwarding in a body section or not, and the method also. Just click on go. Here we can see the request is forwarding in a post method and the data what we are entering it is in the body section. Okay, just forward the request. Yes, here we can see the data whatever it may be we entered, it is reflected here as it is. That means the code not got executed here. Why? Because of the reason the medium is having the some of the security. Okay, there is a security implementation in this particular medium severity. So instead of entering direct payload as usually in the previous HTML injection reflected get method also, we encoded our HTML code, or else again we'll go through the, we'll use the URL encoder. Just turn off the interceptor. Copy this here, use and click on encode. So we'll try to apply this particular payload here now and click on go. See here, right now the particular data got executed. That means the code what we injected here, it got executed in the application itself, even in the medium security level, because of we encoded the data, whatever it may be, the snippet or the code we entered in the input fields, we encoded that and we submitted that. We can see that particular request also. Here we can analyze the request. We'll try to analyze the request and response. Okay, here we can see the request forwarded in a post method and the security level. Previously it is the 0, I mean the low level security. Right now it is the security level 1, which it is the medium security, and the first name and last name, this is the URL encoded data which we encoded here. Correct, right? We can compare this encoded string here. We can see this value and this value is same here, the request which we submitted. So how it happens? Actually, when we are entering a normal data, I mean when we are entering the directly the plain code, it is executing. Sorry, it is not executing. That means it is displaying the as it is code what we entered here. But when we encode with the, when we use the URL encode here, we are able to execute this. Why? Because of we will try to analyze the code what exactly happening here. Okay, here we can see HTML post and the severity level is the one which we used, and it is having a function called the XSS check one. So we'll try to analyze this particular function what happening here exactly. Yes, this is the XSS check function here. From here the function ended here. So what exactly here happening, we'll derive one step by step here. This is the XSS check one function defined here, and this is the data what we enters the data here, and what exactly it is happening here we can already see here, converts only less than and greater than to HTML entities. So what exactly it is happening, in our payload we used the HTML code, I mean the HTML payload. That means simply simple the h1 tags we use it. Those h1 tags uses less than and greater than. Already we can see that. Correct, right? So those particular less than and greater than symbols are converted into the HTML entities. That means how it is going to convert? The less than is going to convert into the NLT, and the greater than it is going to convert in the NGT. We can notice that. Okay, so and failure is an option. And when we encode the data what exactly we entered, it is going to execute in the application again. How it is happening? Because of here, if we enter the input data, it is going to decode that. That means whatever it may be the data we enter here, it is going to use the function called the URL decode, and it is going to return the input. That means here in the particular application we enter the encoded data. Because of the function, it is decoding in the application. That's the reason we are able to exploit the vulnerability in medium severity also. Okay guys, that's for the session.